Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to the Sea Saturday. My name is Frida Martins. I am a self-taught storyteller and beginning to understand the concept of tarot, and I'm also at the beginning of a humble career as an illustrator. So silence. For people who have never been here, I have autism and cerebral palsy, and my form of cerebral palsy looks like a stroke to the untrained eye, so I may need some time to sort through the words in my head, and I use drawings to sort through the words in my head. I also have many symptoms of ADHD, and I consider myself like a neurodivergency advocate. And I'm also writing a graphic novel about a sea monster who communicates with people through music and through such a squealing sound. Oh, wow! I obviously also have sound tics. So if you suddenly play music here, then I'm starting to whistle, and people ask me if I could control this or if I was conscious of it, and I said 50-50. Please stick with me if you're interested in very chaotic or informed by invisible structures videos about tarot, about learning to understand new things, about finding a little bit unpopular opinions. And yes, I wanted to draw this puffin diving, but obviously that doesn't really work well with the phone in the hand. But this is basically just a warm-up. Let's say next week when the drawing cards make an appearance, I shall draw sort of 10 puffins a day. Those are the knights, but actually I find it a really nice coincidence that the chariot in this deck also has horses, and like a black and a white horse with a complementary marking on the forehead. I don't know if you can see this. This is sort of like a yin and a yang, and the chariot always represents movement. And I also listen to tarot readings on YouTube, also like to fall asleep, because they mostly give me peace and inspiration. I don't take the tarot literally. In my youth, actually, there was a music video by a band who I love dearly, and there was a huge outcry in society because there was a woman in a really desperate situation, and she asked the cards what to do, and it was let's say the death card, which in most readings that I follow constitutes a new beginning. But let's say, okay, the people who told the story in the video wanted this character to take the stuff all too literal. Yes, let's take what resounds, and please keep in mind that I was very fond of a video from the autism culture, which I watched a couple of months ago, where a young lady talked about suitable jobs for autistic people, and there was talked about the tendency of some autistic people to seek out jobs where they can perform, where they can monologue or something. So yes, I like monologuing, and I like telling stories towards the cards. Like this chariot driver has wings, there are a lot of stars. Yes, there is also okay, this is a sword. Yes, I think this is a sword, but as long as the picture was not sharp, I also thought it was sort of a whip to push the horses forward. I personally often need outside impulses to push me forward. And actually, I did my little script here with a great awk. ADHD time limits are very important to push me forward. So I'll push the chariot back in the little box. Might I point out I collect notebooks because I have so many thoughts. I need to kind of do flow writing to sort through my thoughts as well. So yes, the time limits push me forward, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, it is still a little bit difficult to draw a pentacle because I just don't know how. And I still remember a story from middle school where we should like calculate the angles of an even pentacle, and there was a formula. And I grew up in Germany, for those who don't know, and in Germany we have a saying of the type, you put the bridle on the rear end of the horse, and basically that's what I did. Like I thought backwards, and I solved the mathematical problem, and I got the same number for the angles in the pentacle as all the other people, but that was not taken into account because the teacher wanted to know the procedure, and I guess their hands were tied. But I am a huge advocate for like adjusting the schooling system to the people and not the people to the schooling system. So yes, I am making a huge effort to finish drawing my entire Puffin Tarot, even though I'm so brand new to Tarot. Just for an art market where I was specifically invited to read tarot for the people. I have this fairy tale deck, and I have another deck that is sort of a South American style, where also the cards have like totally different names. So I'm still learning, and I'm just still learning to wrap my brain around this. Even though the reading that I listened to today said maybe I'm asking for too much change at once, I am thinking of trying out a new category here, like a film Friday, where I'm talking about films that are meaningful to me and what they also may mean in context with my life with a disability. And then, like, you know, the puffin in Icelandic is called lundi, and I find that so funny that this spells like the French word for Monday, lundi. And, like, because now I will be, like, 2 weeks, kind of a full-time job drawing puffins, I might have a lundi category. And yeah, I drew some cards from my deck. So this is basically how to get done the puffins, or how to get done a big project of any kind. And this is the Emperor. Like most readings that I have witnessed associate this with maturity. I also say like this blood red coat is passion. So if you have a big project ahead of you, get your passion going. This is like male and female. So if you like, you know, deep psychology and some tarot readers talk about everybody has male and female energy to varying degrees. I would also say like he has this golden ball, like the Frog Prince. So maybe he was the Frog Prince, and maybe he underwent like a transformation when the princess finally took responsibility. Like here he has like the rams, that is also like a symbol of being stubborn, being okay. I try to avoid the word horny, but let's say I heard a good sentence in the reading that I listened to today. If people don't identify with a sexual energy, they should think about like another passion. And so, yes, let's be stubborn about following our passions. And let's be aware of the frog princes in our lives, like the people who maybe don't comply with our norms, but they still have something to give if we. I'm not saying adjust ourselves to them, because like one giant theme in this week for me was unmasking, as in like stopping the often subconscious practices of hiding my autism, or like trying to do everyone a favor. But let's say if a frog prince suddenly entered my life, I got one here. I keep forgetting that. Okay, let's communicate clearly. I will have to learn to communicate clearly with him. If you have a name for him, please tell me in the comments. He still doesn't have a name. I mean, like from the package, it was he like there stood Freddy, but actually, like some friends of mine call me Freddy, so I would favor another name. This is the tarot deck for anyone interested, and I like how small the cards are. I can take them with me in my pocket. The puffin cards will be a little bit wider and bigger, and yes, I wanted to have the Knight of Cups on a seahorse. Yes, and there should be another puffin diving towards the secrets, because when I was in the Westman Islands, which is like very famous for puffins, even though you see less and less of them, also for environmental reasons, there was a care station for puffins that you could visit, and also for other sea creatures. And they had a glass wall where you could see like the puffin dive, and it was such an amazing experience, because the puffin is so small, but the puffin is so energetic. Like the older I get, the less energetic I am, but yes, I identify a lot with the puffin. So this was, I forgot the question that I asked the cards here, but this was probably like what I could do against panic attacks. So if any one of you has a great fear or something, this is sort of the ones digging up a water source. Check out your inside. What resources do you have? And even the smallest creature can change the world, and like observing the puffins changed my world, especially since this in the wild, when I went on a puffin tourism boat, this little wee puffin defended his territory against a seagull that was like 3 times his size, and so that taught me to not give up. I know it can be also dangerous to say you just have to make the best of every situation, but let's say at least in some contexts this helps me to carry on. And yeah, this is probably about me writing books, or also about you like having other projects that you put to the side in favor of a project, because like many people tell me, okay, you can't be this autistic because you never focus on only one project. Well, I am, okay, look, a bird. So yes, my soul birds who point out to me all the beautiful things of life. Yeah, okay, I didn't see those naked figurines, but yes, let's be naked, be vulnerable to the look, a bird. This looks a little bit like the Eurovision Song Contest, so maybe I used to love this as a kid. I mean, today it has become such a political theater that I don't want to watch it anymore, but let's sing and dance for joy again. Let's stick together and be a good community as far as that goes. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.